Hello. So, um, yeah, last night was not the best. I'll just, didn't get to bed till like 5. I was in bed, but couldn't sleep till like 5. There's wiggling behind my eye. What is it? And it wiggles behind my eye, in my nose, scrapes against the inside of my ear. Now, if I say it's a bug wiggling, everything I say ever will be dismissed by every doctor in the world. So it's like, what do I do here? What do I do here? I feel something wiggling back there. It's wiggling. Wiggling. Isn't that one of the groups in Harry Potter, Wiggling? And, how's it been a minute already? I'm watching the time here. Wow, I'm out of it. Yeah, every time I look, I can't turn my eye to the right. It just hurts like hell. I can turn it, but I mean, it hurts. And then there's this white, it looks like white fog just, and whenever any light hits it, it's just the whole eye, just everything in my vision just turns white. I really wish my front camera could focus. This phone has a great rear camera, but a front camera, that's simply not the case. It's just not the best. It's kind of not so good. So, yeah, it's wiggling. I wish I could really catch what's wiggling, but it's just inside there. And like I said, there's a secondary thing when I picked up my friend, she's not that big, but, for some reason, and I did that, I felt that pop inside my head. All the way from my neck to my left eyeball, this string of pain. And all of a sudden, it's like the wiggling in my eye has been following that path again, much like it did back in 2012 when this first happened. 2012, I was eating lots of sushi. I was in Japan, and, I was in port. And, in port in Japan, you're going to eat all you can before you go out in deployment again. So it's like, I was eating all the sushi, drinking a lot of beer, and it was good. I mean, people think I'm supposed to hate life because I'm in the Navy, or was in the Navy, but it was good. I really liked it. You go to medical, they assume you're trying to get out of work, but it was good. What is that? Okay, I saw a reflection, thought maybe I finally saw the thing. I've seen it a couple times. But yeah, I'm looking up different types of parasites in the eye, and they're all, nasty looking, but I've dealt with nasty looking stuff before. Yeah, eating questionable food from questionable countries, And what is up with my heart, Why does that mess up for weeks on end, unexpectedly? It's just kind of dumb. Like, I go in for stuff, and just because I don't speak in a manner that is expected, or I use proper terminology when it's not expected, everything gets dismissed. How do I get doctors to give me a referral to either a parasite specialist or a brain specialist? Just like my neck thing, I got a busted neck. It makes crunching noises when I move my neck, and the doctors won't even check it out because they say that doesn't happen. Anybody with CCI watching this? It's just like, it's really dumb. And the headache started up a little while ago today. It starts up every day around midday, and then it'll go away. But the wiggling behind my eyes, especially in my left eye, I really, really, really want to know what it is, because I just want it to stop. I want this to stop. I want the headaches to stop. But I can't even get a diagnosis. I'm sitting here trying to go to work with, feeling like I'm being eaten alive on the inside. And I just want to go to work and not have this. I'm not, like I said, I'll give up my 90% disability happily if I can just live a normal life again. I can hardly drive for an hour without everything flaring up. Wow, I look like an old elephant's anus. I'm an ugly guy. Sorry, world. Yeah, I'm happy I can talk better than usual right now. I mean, my vision is all kinds of slurred. And yes, that does make sense. Time-wise, things blur together right now. Just like how you slur your speech. It's not blurry vision. It's not blurry. But my perception of time and speed when it comes to spatial reasoning, the time aspect of it is really just, it gets mixed up right now. Makes it really hard to drive. Funny, in Japan, first thing they did when I finally got medical to check this out was they pulled my license. They said, you can't drive. But there was no diagnosis, and they all just thought I was faking. There was one guy who believed me. That was my LPO. And the rest of them, all the way up to the commanding officer, just thought I was faking. He was walking past me, pretending it's not meant for me to hear it. Oh, yeah, and then they get out with disability and try to scam the government. Like, really, guy? Just like Senior Chief Frederick, It's funny how you can have a drastic change in your capabilities in life. Phone's overheating. One thing about OnePlus 8 and OnePlus 9 is that they overheat all the time. Okay. Alright. They're great phones, but they just overheat. I know I'm not going to defend the phone. I'm not a fanboy like that, like my what is about the iPhone. But I will put it in the air conditioner and cool it down. So, yeah. So much that could have been tested, could have been done years ago. But for some reason, my way of speaking is so off-putting that it's for some reason just got me. Was it my speech or was it the situation in reactor department? Because I was doing the whole macho thing where nothing's gonna stop me from working. I'm not gonna mention his name. This guy decided to show up. Oh, what was it? I was late for watch by like 7 minutes one time, so this guy decided that since he was relieving me, he was just not going to show up the whole watch as a retaliatory action. So I stood 12 hours of Shaft Alley Patrol. And if anybody who knows me on Shaft Alley Patrol, I do not blaze logs. I go down every Shaft Alley space, And you know, the watch rotation is you have a full work day, and then if your watch rotation doesn't jive with the work day, oh well, suck it, nerd. So you know, if you end up working 24 hours sometimes. Then you got GQ, you got reactor drills at midnight. You know, it's like you gotta decide: do I try to get a nap in? Do I take a shower, or do I eat? And then, God forbid, you have to do laundry. So a 12-hour watch, you know, that really messed me up. But, you know, I didn't complain about it. I just did it. I used to do all kinds of stuff that nobody else would do just because I wanted to just do better. It was kind of my way of giving everyone a middle finger, because I was always seen as the old guy that was, you know, I was older than they were. So they had to constantly feel like they were nipping me on the nose, which was unnecessary, because I keep myself in a very humble place. Even though, yeah, I take pride in my work, and I do my best, which is better than most people do. Ow, ow, ow. Back of my head all the way to the middle of the spine between my shoulder blades right there. Just stabbing. And of course, when it happens, there's a big chunk of, I don't know if it's CSF or snot, because it's so hard for me to get it up. My nose is designed in such a way, that sounds bad. That sounds stupid. My genetics of my nose are arranged in such a way that anything in it just goes back. I can't blow it out. And then anything that comes back, I can't cough it out. It just automatically just gets swallowed. I know all kinds of dick jokes are going to come now, but I don't really care. So, yeah, so it's, yeah, but something over there got me just straight up barred from medical, because it was spreading. At first, I had this like nervous tingling all up inside here, and I was constipated for a lot of days. It was like 2 weeks, and I was pushing real hard to poop, and all of a sudden I felt it again, this loud pop in my head, and I was feeling just like I am now. And they're telling me, oh, well, you know, you would have a pink sock long before any of that would happen. I don't recommend you Google pink sock. But yeah, Google pink sock. Google pink sock. Just don't Google walrus dildo. So yeah, Google pink sock. And they're telling me that would have happened long before you have any sort of thing in your head happen. You know, your rectum gets spit out your butthole. And no, it's no. No. I mean, yeah, I've given myself pretty bad, what appears to be like rectal prolapse by pushing so hard, because I get stopped up. And the thing is, I don't get stopped up at the butt. So when I say constipation, people think, oh, you just need to clear out your booty hole. And it's like, no, I get stopped up. The transverse colon here, where this corner, before it goes down, is where I get stopped up. I don't know if the video is doing the reverse thing. I know it tends to do that sometimes. But this is my left side, in case the video is doing reverse. And it's, it's wiggling in my eye. Oh, it's wiggling. I like when it's, oh, here comes something. I can feel it poking. It's stabbing in my eye. Oh. Is it coming out? Nope. Nope. If it is, I'm gonna see if I can flip the camera mid-video. I mean, I've seen it before. It's not like I'm gonna panic. I've seen it multiple times. Anyway, not now. Okay. And even if it was, my camera wouldn't be able to catch it using the front camera. So, even though I'm dizzy and stuff, got double vision going on when I turn my eyes, and if I turn my head, I get dizzy for like 2 seconds afterward, which, I'm used to it. I've gone ice skating like this. I mean, it's just as the Navy likes to say it, this is the new normal. This is the new normal. This is just you. Yeah. I know, that's more of the VA. The Navy just says, well, if your eye hurts when you turn it, then stop using that eye, stupid. Oh, you think you got worms in your eye? You think you got parasites in your sinuses? Your chest hurts and you feel stabbing pains everywhere throughout all your muscles? Oh, well, that doesn't happen, okay? No, we're humans. Pigs get that. It's like just about the dumbest stuff you'll ever hear. I mean, it's really dumb. I'm curious about what happens when heartworms die. Do they get lodged in arteries and cause blockages, embolisms? I'm not suspecting I have heartworms. I'm suspecting I have parasites that have spread to the body because I get the increased intestinal permeability, which makes it so that I just absorb way too much of certain things. Or okay, that's I guess, because I'm guessing I'm left to do this all by myself. So, what they call malabsorption, yes, I have trouble with memory. So, things that I've learned in the past few years do come up slow. Doesn't mean I just Googled it and decided I have it. But the malabsorption, which I, come to the conclusion of long before I ever found a name for it. Yeah. For some reason, I have to eat an insane amount of fat, and I can't really put any on. I have to avoid sugar like the plague. I have to avoid carbs, except for certain kind of carbs. I can have chow mein. I can have ramen. Not top ramen, not that 25-cent knockoff ramen, but like real ramen where the broth is all fattening. Yeah, that's the kind I can have. So, look at me looking all old now. My face is looking like a wrinkled up rhinoceros's butt. So, stabbing behind the cheekbone. Stabbing behind the cheekbone. Yeah. The 14th, when I was at my dad's house, August 14th, 2021, when I was at my dad's house, was the last time that it really stabbed. I felt it just stab all the way from my left eye down to the back of my neck, and then when it crossed over to the right side was when the pain got like maximum. It was maxed out. There was no possibility of increase in level of pain. And I tell the doctors that, and they just look at me like, oh, okay. And then they say level 10 is mauled by a bear. Mauled by a bear, that's all over your whole body. So, I put down level 10, and they say, oh, it really feels like your intestines are being ripped out? Are you being disemboweled? Are you being eviscerated? And I say, no, okay, then it's not level 10. So let's put it at around 4.5. It's like, it's at the maximum level of pain in that area. It's not widespread. I'm not talking about my intestines being ripped out. I'm talking about my brain being stabbed by something. That's what it feels like. So, I'm up at 20 minutes. I gotta stop here. At least there's no I hate the word bum, but you know, there's no people smoking some unknown substance out of a pipe, walking up to you. People driving on the left side of the damn street again. What? 2 cars in a row. They swerve over to the left side of the street, and then they turn onto the left side of the street to where if I were coming up there, you know, it would be a problem, which it often is. You see that stop sign? That's facing me, meaning I'm supposed to be stopping there. And they pull over to where their left tire is not that manhole on the ground. Like, access hole. Not big enough to be a manhole. I get it. I know people like to be linguists here, and I know that's the wrong word. Did that on purpose. People like to be... What's the most proper name of it I can think of? I can't think of the right word now. Yeah, I'm not the best with words. Okay, it's not a manhole cover, it's an access cover. I was about to say asshole cover. It's an access cover. Yeah, people will say you're laughing, so you're obviously not in pain. Oh, okay. Okay. So, yeah, there's bits and pieces of this. I'm trying to get it all out to where the doctors can understand it. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be told by people in the comments how bullshit I am because, you know, how dare you diagnose yourself? You need to see a professional. But we see where that's gotten me. And it's been a problem for too long. And I just really need to get this fixed. Yeah, I just see this white blurry cloud at the bottom of my eye. It's not like ocular migraine symptoms, which I do get. You know, ocular migraines are one thing, which, you know, that's part of the reason that, you know, they were calling them hallucinations. Because I don't sleep. I can't sleep at night. So I start dreaming midday as I'm walking around. And then when I see these weird ocular migraine things, like the weird black flashes and bluish orange swirls, you know, when you're not sleeping, causing you to be dreaming throughout the day, it makes your imagination go a little crazy. You're like, oh, okay, we got weird blurs following me around, black little streaks. What are they coming at me for? Oh, was that a dog around the corner? You know, every time you look around, it's like not sleeping has its own thing that happens with your imagination. And no, it's not autism. You know, I was not born like this. If I've been me for 37 years, you think I'd know if I were born like this? My mom would know. I don't know what my sister said, but apparently she told the Navy that I was previously diagnosed with autism, and in the paperwork it said, informant, sister, told us that he had been previously diagnosed with autism, case closed. No. There was no diagnosis of autism. I liked making people laugh in school, and I didn't understand why there was no right way. If I went home from school and I was wrong, you know, I'd be smacked around. If I went home from school and I was wrong and I tried to make it right, I'd be smacked around for also being horrible at trying to make it right. So if I just made it seem like, oh, this is just me, I suck at school, I'm doing what I do, then at least I'm doing what I do, and I'd just be smacked around for it. You know, it's not like I'd be smacked around for sucking at school and sucking at trying to make it better. Yeah, I struggled in school because, you know, I didn't know I needed glasses. I had to see some clown at the board, you know, and they taught us about this make-believe thing in kindergarten. So I thought that's what we were doing. Oh, okay, I can pretend stuff on the board. Follow the chalk with the hand. Okay, what you doing? Trying to follow the shapes. it was pretty ridiculous, you know. And then I found out I needed glasses when I was like 14, you know. I mean, I understood the concepts well. If they wrote thick enough and a big enough marker and I were close enough, I understood it. But if I were too far back, I just gave up. It was like, oh, what am I supposed to do? I'm in the back. You know, I didn't even think that I needed glasses because I've had my vision tested all the time, and they always said it was good. You know. So yeah, that was not autism. That was just me being a class clown and not knowing I needed glasses. And somehow the teacher's not realizing that I did great when I was in the front. I didn't do so good when I was in the back. And I was not really I wasn't a bad kid. Like I just thought I'd think of something so funny that the world just needed to hear it. And I couldn't hold it back because it was just like, you know, people are going to laugh when they hear this. So, yeah, I really want to find out. I really want to find out what kind of thing is wiggling back here. Is it in the sinuses? What do they call those? Turbinates? I'm probably saying it wrong. Yeah, it's called turbinates. Or it's called turbinates. Turbinates. I'm probably going to get corrected quite aggressively in the comments here. But it's just like, what is it? It's wiggling. It's wiggling. I can feel it wiggling. Right behind this bone here. It goes up in here and into my eye. And you're going to tell me that's not connected. But, you know, worms burrow through meat. You know? Look at people who have tapeworms in the brain. You know, you're going to tell me, oh, you don't know it's a tapeworm. But, you know, things happen. And if I could just get a referral to the right doctor so that I can just simply get some worm medicine, this could all be over. That's if it is it. I know I shouldn't be jumping to conclusions saying that I know what's up. But something's wiggling back there. And it creates this stabbing feeling all the way to the back of my neck. All the way to the base of my skull. And then when it crosses over to the other side, it hurts really bad. Like, I'm not saying like, you know, when you break a bone, I mean, it hurts like bad. Like, you know, direct nerve impingement, especially inside your head, is a different kind of pain. It's like it paralyzes you. It stops you. It makes it so you can't even breathe. It makes it so that your whole body just locks up. But I'm not supposed to talk about that because it doesn't make sense. That's not normal. Of course it's not normal. That's why I'm looking for a doctor to fix it. When other people have things going on that's not normal, what happens? They go to the doctor, and the doctor fixes it. So why is it because my name is Michael, things have to be different? Why is that? You know, if my name were Jennifer or Ralph, you know, they'd be all over it. Weird tasting snot. It tastes so weird. It's not like regular flavored snot. I suck it back and it stinks. And it's got this stabbing feeling in the back of my throat. And just like the abscess busting open feeling that I get right before the clump comes down from the back of my nose, I get the same thing on my chest. It just feels like a giant boil just busts open, and I'm coughing up weird stuff for weeks, and it's like stringy, wiggling, tingling, stabbing feeling going on. Is it liver flukes? Is it lung flukes? Is it tapeworms? Is it roundworms? Is it the anisakis that you get from Japan is it the I ate a lot of sushi in Japan. You know, I ate a lot of squid. I ate a lot of octopus. I ate a lot of, questionable food when I was over there. And, yeah, it's my fault. I get it. Now I know. But when you go there and it's normal, that's what they do there. You just kind of become one of them for a little bit. And, when you're over there for a number of years, it's such a relief to be away from here, to be away from America. Well, I'm sorry, over there they just call us Americans. They don't call us, United States citizens. So, they don't really think of America as Mexico and Canada, North America, that is, and then South America. South America, they do. They think of Brazil and stuff like that. But when you say America, they think of U.S. only because, we're the loudmouths here. Wow, actually, nope. I thought I finally used hand sanitizer without dripping it on the car. But yeah, I can't drink anymore. I can't have coffee anymore. I can't have sugar, can't have ibuprofen, can't have aspirin. I can't have avocados. I can't have bread. They all have different effects. They're not all the same. Like if I have ibuprofen, it works. It works well, except the stabbing pain. That pain here, that makes zero difference. There's no pain medicine that makes any difference with that. Lorazepam seems to have an effect. Which could be because lorazepam paralyzes worms. It's a known fact. You look it up. There are scientific journals. Jerry just gave 1 week notice. Man, people are not liking it here. I like this job, but I just live too far away, and I got health problems interfering, making it so that I can't do it. I feel bad because Nicole, my boss, is such a good boss, but the situation here just sucks. I'm going to be a part of what they call the revolving door policy here. Which, they really liked me at first until all of a sudden my health problems started interfering. I'm going to have to change the name of my channel because it sounds rude, it sounds kind of just greetingless. I'm going to have to come up with a greeting. What's my channel greeting going to be? Hi, I have multiple symptoms I'm trying to have diagnosed, so please don't shut me down. I have things that need to be said, and I'm going to say them. And what's my outro going to be? It's definitely not going to be a like and subscribe, because, yeah, I like watching this guy complain. I would be surprised if I ever got anyone to subscribe to this. And people watching it and returning back to, see if any progress is made or whatever, or see if they have similar symptoms. Yeah, also, not just doctors. If you had similar symptoms, please tell me what they are, because it's like, I want to know what it is. I have to put on a big act and act normal all the time when people are around. Try to act like my speech is perfect all the time, which takes really, really intense concentration. I don't like it. I would like my speech to be normal without having to force it. I hate shaving my neck. So, yeah, I got laser hair treatment because I busted my neck, and I can't be moving my head around. Otherwise, it just really messes up my neck. So I got laser treatment here so that hopefully soon I don't have to shave here anymore, so I don't have to tweak my head all over the place. Because shaving, even though I only do it once every week or two now, it really messes up my neck. Because my neck's already messed up. It just aggravates it, is what I should say. I gotta use proper terminology, otherwise all the doctors are gonna say, well, you said it messes up your neck. But you don't know. You said your neck's messed up already. It's like, I'm sorry about my passionate hate for most doctors. I don't know you. I shouldn't be like that. But it's just really hard not to have expectations of what's constantly been there. What was that dream about last night? Was it John Johnson? It was David? Somebody was there, and I was moving all this stuff out from the basement. That was a dream I had. I was moving all this stuff out from the basement. Not really. There was a part of the basement that's inaccessible. I had to crawl through this little hole where there was some pipes leaking going down there. And there was a plywood thing that was kind of like flimsy, and when I was a kid I was scared of it because if I had fallen in there I would have fallen like 4.5 feet down, which, you know, for a kid that's a long way to fall down through some plywood with some rough surface in the bottom. And I had to clear that whole area out. It was boxes and boxes of stuff. I think I was hearing my roommates packing their stuff because they're moving out soon. And I think that's what it was. I heard them packing stuff up, and it was in my dream because I was sleeping well. I gotta clean my teeth. I'm sorry. I look like a... No, I look ugly like that. So, I think that's what it was. So, wiggling in my ear. It's wiggling, scraping the inside of my... You know when you stick a Q-tip in too far and you scrape your eardrum? That's what I hear right now. Just like sometimes, every time I swallow, it'll go... Just like when you hear a loud noise, like somebody slamming a door and your ear goes... If it's worms causing trigeminal nerve issues, or what was it, auditory processing disorder? Okay, they have pointed out bits and pieces. They said it was auditory processing disorder. But I don't have the money to see all these specialists and argue against the primary physician to meet other doctors to argue with. Like every time I go see a neurologist, first thing they do is they want to do an EMG. EMGs only make the problem worse. They do not ever get any results. I'm stuck. It's like I go to see a neurologist because the whole body's tensing up like it's a nerve problem. Seizures and stuff that were happening, which I've learned semi how to prevent. And it's just really like, how do I do it? What do I gotta do? Whose dick do I gotta suck to get this fixed? I mean, what do I gotta do? What do I gotta do? What do I have to do? I'll clean your toilet. You know, I mean, I can clean a toilet. There's another idiot. Okay, he didn't do it that bad. He didn't do it as bad as most people do here. But, you know, I got 90% disability. I will pay rent, stay at your house, and work there for free, cleaning your toilets. I'll clean your house. I'll do whatever I gotta do to have some doctor do his due diligence that's due. Dude. Sorry, I know my things are dumb. Why do I have Adam Sandler or Lunch Lady Land stuck in my head? I hate Adam Sandler. I don't hate him. He's not as bad as Jim Carrey, but I don't like overacting. So, yeah. I really want this to stop. How do I make it stop? How do I make it stop? Bruce came home a while ago. He's probably wondering why I'm just sitting in my car. It's been 40 minutes. Alright. I'll catch up in the next video. Hopefully I'll get some information out there that will make sense to somebody so we can put a stop to this. Meow.